Hello there, welcome to another video of SwiftCat. In our previous video, we were developing a space shooter game, and so what we have done so far is we made a lead project, which means a lead player with a projectile, with the enemies, and we did some actions in the move as well. And we need to do further with the spawn explosion, and also with the reset the game, and the game is over. So if you haven't watched my previous video, I have provided the link in my video description. Check that right now, and let's start doing the rest of the game. First of all, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a new file which is required for the explosion. So I'm clicking that a new file, and you may find here options. Let's check for the sprite. Yes, you can find here the SpriteKit action, particle file, scene, all these stuffs. I'm going to create here a SpriteKit particle file which is for the explosion. It's nothing but it's like a animation as a spark, something like that. Alright, so I'm clicking that and click next, and here we have the template particle which is a puka, fire, magic, rain, smoke. I need a spark because when the body gets in contact, I need to create an explosion. So let's make it spark. Click next, and I'm going to name the particle as explosion particle. I'm going to create that inside our project. This is how it looks like, and we can do here some extra emitting capacity, like if suppose it's emit 2000, let's make it 5000. So let's check what's happening over here. Will be more that, yeah. And if I change the value of x like 100, it'll be like this. Maybe a 500, it'll be like this. And we need only 50. Let's make back at 50, and we have some more options to do that here. Make changes as well. You can change the color to white or whatever. Let's make it orange for time being. Alright, so that's a particle explosion, and I make it as 2000 back. This is enough for our game. If you want, you can change it just in according to your wish. Alright, so let's go back to this game scene.zip file, and so what I'm going to do here is I'm having here this spawn explosion. I need to name the particle, so in order to do that, I'm going here and writing here the name as explosion particle, and the extension is said to be of type SKS, so I'm making that SKS. So make sure the name matches this particle, explosion particle with the type of SKS. And then what I'm going to write here a few codes which is required for the reset the game, move the player off the screen, all these stuffs. So let's do that now. Func reset the game, and inside that what I'm going to write here is let wait equal to sk action dot wait, and for a duration, sorry, it should be not wrap, wait for duration, let it say 3.0, and let title scene will be equal to this title scene with a file named let's name the file later because I need to create that one. And let's do for the rest, which is for the title scene, and dot scale mode will be equal to the sk scene scale mode, dot respectful. Then I'm going to write another one is let transition will be equal to sk transition dot tarry with a duration of 0.4, and then I'm going to write let change scene. Actually, what I'm doing here is when the game is over, I need to redirect this to a initial page which is of title page, which I'm going to create from here later on. So in order to do that, I'm just writing this. So self dot scene top view dot present scene. In the present scene, I'm going to write here the title scene with the transition. It will be of transition which we written here. Okay. And then the last line will be of let sequence will be equal to the xk action, and inside the action what I'm going to write is a sequence of action which will be the wait, and I need to wait for the scene and then execute it. That's change the scene. And the last step after this will be self dot run, and it will be the xk action dot repeat will be sequence, and the counts will be of 1. So then cannot find title scene. We will come back this, and let's add 2 more lines after this. It's nothing but when I need to write a function which is for move player off the screen, which means when the projectile touches on the enemy body, I want to remove the projectile from the parent as well. Also an explosion, I need to pass it to the player. So I'm writing here move player off screen, which means when the enemy comes in contact with our body, I need to remove our body from the screen. That's what I'm doing here. So let's say projectile dot remove from parent, and one more line here I need is I need to write a explosion which is for explosion, and I'm going here the spawn explosion, the body will be the player body, and the last one more line in this game scene is we need to write override with a func update, which means I need to update at each stage. So in order to do that, func update with current time and it will be of a time interval, and if is alive will be equal to the false condition, and then from there need to do this move player off the screen. Here what happened here is if the game is not alive, I will initiate this move the player off the screen, which means the player body and the projectile will be disappearing from the screen. That's what it means, it's simple. And then I'm going back to this game scene.sks file, and we find here something like we missed out we will change some customization in the width and the height, and what I'm going to do here is I will change this width into 1080, and let's make the height as 1800. Let time for time being let me back like this, and we will go to the game scene.zip file, and we need to add one more thing is I'm going to change here the projectile position and also the lead player. So here I'll make the position as 250 in order to adjust the screen in iPhone 12 Pro Max, and also with the score label I need to make some changes here as well. Let's make it as 130 in order to adjust inside the screen. Alright, now we need to do some more stuffs inside this game scene, and we find here two errors. Cannot find title scene and the stuff. Actually, I need to create a new title scene so that this error message will disappear, and I have all here. So what I'm going to do here is let's delete this one so it will be okay. Alright, and then I need to do a few more stuff. Here is I'm going to initiate the explosion over this when the particle gets collided here. So I need to do here inside this func did began, which means that when the body comes in contact with the projectile, which means the enemy can contacts with the projectile, and also if the projectile comes in contact with the enemy, I need to show an explosion over there. So in order to do that, spawn explosion with a body, and the body temp will be of the first body dot node, and it will be of as a sprite node. Alright, so here after this it will show this explosion over there, and have you noticed that go to the asset stores folder, you may be finding a small folder which is having the book and spark over there. Actually this folder will be automatically created when we create this explosion particle.sks file. So after this, what I'm going to do here is in the first part, what we missed over here is I need to name the stars with the image name. So I'm going to name that star image over here. Let's check for the stars image. Here it's spawn stars, so I'm going to write here the image named as Puka. It will be similar like a star structure, that's why I choose this BOKEH. Alright, and then what I'm going to do here is I need to reset the game when the game is over. So in order to do that, I need to write here game over logic. I'm going to initiate this reset the game so that the game will be initiated, and this title scene we will create that new scene for the SKS and also for the zip file for that. Okay, and let's create a new file, and it will be of the sprite, and it will be of a sprite scene as well. So it's sprite scene, and what I'm going to do here, click next, and it will be of type SKS file. So let's name this as title scene and create. Here we go, and let's make this as well, the adjust this height and width as well, 1080, and let it be like 1800. Alright, and let's come back to this. Before going back, I need to create one more file which is for the title c.zip file. Let's create that. Let's get a zip file, and name the same like title scene. Click next. It'll be created over here. Alright, so from here we'll go back to this game scene, and this error didn't disappear yet. Title scene, we'll copy that and paste it inside this file name. Let's check. Cannot find title scene. Maybe when we run it will disappear. So let's try to run this first of all. Title scene. Alright, what you need to do next here is I'm going to initiate that with SK scene. So I need to initiate this as a SK scene with the title scene because we didn't create a class yet. That's why this error didn't disappear yet. So to do that, let's say title scene, and it's of kind SK scene. And let's make this, and we need to import some things like import SpriteKit. Correct. And this, yeah, and what we need to do here is override func did move, and here I'm going to write here as self dot background color will be equal to of background color, which I did in the previous episode. And we will try back to this game scene. Let's check whether this error go or not. Yes, the error have disappeared this time. Actually, I'm not running this because we haven't created the title scene. Maybe it will crash at this time when the game is over. So let's stop running this. I'm back to this title scene.so file, and I need to initiate a couple of variables. So let's say var button play. It's nothing but I'm going to initiate a button. When the user click on that button, it will go to the game scene. That's what it means. And the button, and then I'm having the game title over here. Let's name the game with a title. That's why it means it will be of a label kind. And then I have the worship. It's a sprite node actually. I'm just initiating an image as a logo. That's what it means. I'm not writing any game inside this. Title scene is nothing but with a title, with a image and button. That's it. So SpriteKit, SK SpriteKit node. Alright. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to write a leadership, which is I'm going to initiate an image. First of all, let's say leadership. It's a function which I'm going to call the image. Let's say ship equal to SK sprite node, and it will be of image named. And that image will be of let's check over here. We have here images ship. I'm trying to call this image as a logo over here inside the title scene. So let's go back to this page and write title ship. Oh my god. TIT. Title ship, and then I'm going to write here ship.size will be equal to CG size, and it's all will be of a width and the height. Let's make the width at 100. It will be very small. Let's make 180, and the height will be of same like 180. Then shift dot position will be equal to the CG point, which is for where I need to locate that. So let's say CG point with the position of X and Y. So in the X, let it be the self dot frame dot mid X, and the Y, let it say self dot frame dot mid Y, and the last line will be self dot add child with a node of ship. Yes, and after doing this, we need to initiate it over here as well. So let's say lead ship. My Xcode is not updating, I don't know. Let's I'm just quit this Xcode and reopen it again. Okay, so we have here cannot find SG size, or it should be a CG size. I apologize. Alright, that error should be gone now. And then I'm going to write another function which is for the setup text. Text, which is I'm going to write here a text and a button over here. And let's say let button margin will be equal to CG float, and be of 50. And then I'm going to write let button size will be equal to CG size, and it will be with the width and the height. So let's say width will be of 300 and height of 180. Based on the screen, I'm just imagining that it will change according to our wish as well. Then I need to write the button play, which I have here written here at the first. So it will be of UI button, and I'm going to write here with the frame and size. Frame with the CG rect, and inside the CG rect I need to bring the X, Y, and Z stuffs. So let's just say X of Y, Y of 0, and so button size dot width will be button size of width, and the height of the same like a button size dot width, sorry, dot height. Here I missed, it should be a button size inside the width. Alright, then I want to go for the button play dot center. So let's say button play dot center will be equal to base of a CG point, and I'm going to bring here the X and the Y. And for the X, let's say it will be of view dot bounce dot size dot width, and divided by 2. And for the Y, I'm going to bring here the view dot bound dot height, view dot bounds dot size dot height, and let me make this inside this comma. Will be by 2, and also from the bottom margin, so let's say minus bottom margin, and I need to close this as well, and this is for this view with the y -2 minus the bottom size, and here I have this x. You cannot find bottom margin, sorry, button margin. Yeah, and yes, an error coming up. Let's see what's that. It's asking for the force wrap. Right, let's force wrap it. Yeah. Then I'm going to bring here a button play title. So let's bring that button play dot title label, and for the title label will be of font is equal to UI font, and that will be name of Futura, and the size will be of 40, and then button play there, button play dot set title, and that title will be of play. Let me make that play, and this will be of normal, and then I'm going to bring button play dot set title color. Let's make the button title color dot set title color, and the color which I need to bring here is let's make it as orange, custom color, which I have done that inside the previous scene, and that's also for the normal. And then let's make more space. Alright, and then I'm going to bring here button title but a shadow color, so it's not really necessary, but yeah, button play dot set title shadow color, and that shadow color, let's make it as a black color, and also for this as a normal. Then I need to bring here the button play dot add target, which is for the target to be on there, and it will be of a self kind, and the action of sequence will be of let's say selector. Inside this an object which I need to pass here. I will write that before that what's there for it will be of kind touch up inside, and let's make a function which is for the play game. So in order to do that, func which is of funcs, let me make it as a play game function. This is the action which needs to do when the user click on the play button, and here it will be of play game. Yes, and then I'm going to do next here is I'm going to bring here as title. Actually, we need to bring here a title for the game, which means the name of the game to display to the user. That's what it simply means. And let's say that game title will be dot is of kind UI label, which we initiated there, and it should be in the frame of size with the CG rect. And inside this I'm bringing here X, Y, and all those stuffs. Let's be 0, Y will be 0, and inside the width I'm going to view get the view dot frame dot width for there, and let's make inside this and the height will be of let's make it just of 300 maybe. And then I'm going to bring here the game title over here. Game title dot that text color will be of white skull there, and game title of dot fonts will be equal to UI fonts, and name of size will be of your size, that will be 60, and the name of the font as usual we use here as a future. You can name whatever you like, doesn't matter. And the game title dot text alignment, I need to bring it in the middle section. That's what it means. It will be in the center part. And the game title dot text is the last thing, and it will be inside the text. I'm going to name it as a space shooter. That's the name of the game. I'm going here, and last will be the self.view, and dot add subview, and inside the subview I'll be giving the game title over there. So game title, text color, font, text alignment, text, and the subview. Alright, so that's inside this setup text. Let me make this as well inside this setup text. And the final thing is I need to write an action to the when the user clicks on the game button play. So let's say that there will be self. We are going to change the view to the game scene. So self.view.present scene, and the present scene will be of game scene, and with the transition, and inside the transition will be SK transition dot doorway, with the duration be 0.4, and then button play dot remove from super view, and game title dot remove from super view, and the final step will be if flat scene will be equal to the game scene, and it will be of a file name, and the file name will be of a game scene there, and if that so means I'm going to write here is that let skview will be equal to the self.view as a this view is nothing but this SK view for the next screen, and then this SK view dot sibling alter will be of true, and scene dot scale mode be of dot aspect fit, and the last key view dot present scene, and I'm going to present this scene there, game scene. Yes, simple. Alright, so that's inside this title scene dot sk scene, and copying this. Let me go to this game view controller. What you see over here is when the game get initiated, it goes inside this view did load, and what happening here is it is going to the SKC name, which is having the game scene. That's for the real game which playing inside that. But from now onwards, I know I need to bring that when the game is initiated, I need to show this title scene over here. So just change the name to this title scene, and that's all for the final touch-ups. Let's go inside this game scene and check through what's whether we missed anything else. We have this override touches layer over here. Okay, when the game is over, we are moving the player off the screen. Explosion is happening here. Reset the game, which is to the game title scene. Now the error have disappeared when we create the class. And then I have here the explosion with explosion particle SKS file. When the body collides, these all parts we have discussed in the previous episode itself. Uh, so that's all, and let's run and check what we have done so far, and if we missed anything else in the final touch-up, also we will do that at this time. So let's run and check what we have done so far. The build is succeed. Here the screen is not showing up. Oh, we'll go back to this title scene.sk's file, and let's check. Here the custom class I haven't named yet, that's why maybe it's named at title scene. Let's run this again and check. Here the width having some issues. Let's go back to this title scene.zip file, and let's have a look at this button play of size. Yeah, here I missed actually. Minus button size, start height. Now let's run. Here I have some issues in the button space. Let's go back to this title scene.sk's file, and instead of this width I will give you 390, and here I'll go 840. Alright, now let's run and check. Before going to the final build, let me check if I missed anything in the final makeup. Alright, and ship.size, so it should be mid Y, sorry, mid X. So this is a frame with mid X and mid Y, right there. And the button size, let me make the height of 100 instead of 180, and button play dot center width and height. I think this make trouble. Alright, I removed the by 2, and it's an important step that we missed here is button play self.view adds a view, and I need to add this here. That's why we missed a play button there inside our screen. Alright, and then future of phones 60 will be more bigger. Let's make it as 24. I think it seems good, and now let's run and check what we have done so far. So after running this, I caught this as a space shooter game, and I have here the game title with the ship as well showing, and if I click the play button, the game will start and it start giving the scores. If it collides, the game will over and it will show again the play button. Let's try to play it again, and we will try to make much more scores, and it collides with the enemy body, the game will over. So that's all on the screen, and that's all into the game as well. So it's pretty lengthy code in the game scene and all these stuffs. So I'll be providing the final source code in the video description. You can check that, and if in case if you have any issues, you can go through with the source code and check all these things. This is a simple base game development, and we will be trying to make much more bigger games in the upcoming episode. So I recommend to subscribe this channel if you like this video, and that's all in this game tutorial for the space shooter. So we will see you in the next video or coming videos with more game development. So that's all in this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you, lads.